And there's some porno stuff out there too they didn't use. But it was fun. That was an interesting. Whoever put it together, my compliments to them. I need a copy, by the way.
Jake, it is now time to take a look at the movie, and then all of them will be back on the stage following the movie in the Q&A. But Jake, do you wish to introduce your film?
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming. And first of all, I want to say again, thank you so much, Emmet Walsh, for being in it. The movie you're about to see is a dark comedic thriller that we shot last summer with Thomas and Emmett and Elizabeth Shue and Melissa Leo, amongst some others. But it's a huge honor for us to be here, so thank you very much for having us.
All right. And Thomas, do you have anything you want to add before we roll the film?
Well, I want to say personally, for me, I know him as Mike. For Michael to have been in the movie was a real kind of a completion, because it was actually, and not to diminish the clip reel, he did a film in 1979 called Straight Time, which starred Dustin Hoffman and Michael. And for me personally, whenever it came out when I was a freshman in college, and it was a real inspiration to me. And I have to say, between that, his performance in Straight Time and Blade Runner, and then a little bit later in Clean and Sober, those are three very specific performances that inspired me as a young actor. That it was a pursuit worth endeavoring after, and he really was a major influence. So for me, for Emmet to deign to be in our movie was I think a great accomplishment for us. To lure him, coffee and donuts, he really likes them, and the ladies.
And
the ladies.
They do pile it deep down here in Texas. They don't always use what comes out of cows, There's a lot of bull manure here. Thank you, Thomas.
Jim, is there anything as the producer that you'd like for us to know before we roll the film?
Well, one thing is just Jake didn't mention, but part of the inspiration for this movie, for him to write this movie in the first place, was Blood Simple. So it's a real honor for us to be showing the film here, which is where we've understood that the Blood Simple actually premiered at this festival. So it's really neat to be here. And I know for Jake, it was an inspiration, and specifically Emmett's performance in the film was an inspiration, and it inspired him to write a character for him in this script. So
That's true.
So yeah, so it's neat for us to be here
Now,
and be a part of it.
I had two very steamy love scenes with Elizabeth Shue that got cut out, and I'm still totally peeved.
After you for running time every time, so you gotta trim the fat. But
We didn't actually cut the scenes. We just CG'd my head on your body.
I just want to say, for me, growing up being a huge movie fanatic and really basically, being babysat by the television and my parents, but for me to get the opportunity to work with somebody who I've seen and admired for so long, specifically Emmet Walsh, and I'm dead serious, it's such a huge honor for me. So I don't know if you know how much an honor it is for me, but that is truly how I feel about it. And when the end of the first day of Emmett's work, I went up to him and I just went up to him raving in front of the whole crew. I just said, "Oh, that was so great." And he just pats me on the head and he goes, "Well, that's what I do. I make amateurs look like professionals."